到了，我的温度要是什么？拥抱你的力量吧，夏。五行相生，分时化日。小心烫伤！审判的时刻到了，心炎，拔剑！不许你伤害西亚的朋友，跟我一起战斗吧！是，来捉你们了！这件事，一上一下，人上之光，阴阳化生，清浊自空。决战的时刻到了！这件事，五行相生，分时化日。拥抱你的力量吧，夏。这件事了，一上一下，人上之光。小心烫伤！审判的时刻到了，我的问题，地剑，焚尽。不许你伤害西亚的朋友，跟我一起战斗吧！是啊。
Do you remember?
不过，你还记得吗？
I had something to tell you before there was a knock at the door. I remember. I thought after 2 days a group would come for us. This was actually arranged a week ago when the payphone still barely worked.
那时这里的公用电话还能勉强使用。
That's when I got through to Maxim. He was a friend of Alexei's, and I asked him to relocate me to a place with better conditions.
让我能从这里转移到条件更好的地方去。
Have I told you I'm going to be a mother? One's birth shouldn't be taken lightly. I don't want her to open her eyes for the first time in a desolate place. I hate leaving without saying goodbye, so I wanted to give you a name. I hope, when I recall this fortuitous encounter, I can call you by your own name in my heart. Ah, I see. This mother-to-be had a life of her own. If Miss Lin stayed here, anyone who attempted to help Alexandra would be cursed to death. And if that happened, she would be unable to maintain any normal relationship with Alexandra. Maxim, he should be a reliable person. Yes, he's my husband's close friend. And to be honest, he might be much more decent than Alexei. But, as luck would have it, before he and his subordinate get here, I met you. It's alright. I don't know what you did to others, but I know you've been genuinely nice to me for the past few days. Just like Alexei, I suppose you two are bad people to others. To what degree? She did not ask, but the other was already aware. Although the others here have all, I made it out alive thanks to you, right? So, Miss Lin, can you tell me who you are? I want you to tell me. She found it amusing that the other called her name, yet knowing nothing about her. Did other humans interact in the same way? She did not know. In conclusion, you can think of me as a living embodiment of death. She began explaining her history in the simplest terms she could manage. And once again, she lost the accuracy of her memory. She lost the conclusion that the recollection would lead to. In the end, no, take it easy.
别急，慢慢说就好。
An unbearable silence. Now one had little idea, and the other was in great pain. The minutes dragged by, and she finally spoke. I'm sorry, Alexandra. The child you expected could never have been born.
他根本就没有出生的可能。
What?
什么？对于那个孩
For
子来
that
说，
child, I gave you too much
给了
power.
你过多的力量。
Is
你
it
说
the
的那种
stigma?
伤痕吗？
It gave me a second
你给
life.
了我第二次
But
生
what
命
does this have to do
和
with
这和
my
我的孩子又
child?
有什么关系？
Because
因为
what
我
I
给予
gave
你的
you
那些
is merely an
不过是
extension
我
of
自己的延伸。
myself. In other
也就是
words,
说，
the mysterious
那些
power
能
that
救活你的
saved
神秘
you
力量，
should be attacking the child in
不
your
出意
womb
外，
constantly through
他
your
们每时
blood.
每刻都在通过你的血液，像攻击其他人一样，攻击着你腹中的孩子。我，抱
I'm
歉，
sorry, I didn't mean
我
to
不是故意，
keep it from you.
直到现在才告诉你。我
I've
从未
never
见过
seen
像
this
你一样的
being
存在。
like you, and some
这些细
details
节
were only
也是在这
confirmed
几
in
天
the
里逐
past
渐
few
得到确认
days.
的。
I don't even
甚至
know.
不知道。
As knowledgeable as she was, the Sigma crystal could not defend herself. This death-like existence was waiting for a scolding like a schoolgirl. As she saw it, once the other figured out the whole story, she would not let her go easily. But how could she assume this responsibility when she could not take her own life? Based on your knowledge, is there any way to remedy it? I owe you my life, that's for certain. Therefore, the most important thing to us is to find a solution together, right?
这才比什么都重要，不是吗？拜托了，另一个我真拿你没办法。希儿知道了，希儿知道了，来捉你们了。希儿知道了，来捉你们了。希儿知道了，希儿知道了，来捉你们了。希儿知道了，希儿知道了。小心烫伤！审判的时刻到了。希儿知道了，来捉你们了。 呢？快出来玩吧！来捉你们喽！希尔知道，小心烫伤。决战的时刻到了，利剑焚尽，自由的感觉真好。来捉你们！
The last gift. Though the appearance has been repaired as much as possible, the reeds have been lost, and the harmonica can't be played anymore. In the cosmic space where sound can be heard, this musical instrument is meaningless. When the girl was about to die, she sent it as a gift to the boy, and it accompanied him to the very end. Only one who experienced these could understand what it means. But nobody knows if the boy had ever tried to play this instrument again when he had sealed his own fate as a hero. Nevertheless, he chose to keep the keepsake before he died. Just like they agreed when parting, the boy would play a beautiful song when they met again in a better place. What you left hasn't fully disappeared. Klein. A solution? It's alright.
没关系了。
Even if I become the price this child must pay to live, I'm fine with it.
我也能够接受。
That...
这
No, that's not worth it.
这根本不值得。
For a being like her, it was obviously more important to permanently preserve the past, not the uncertain future. I must retain this, even if there's no future in it. Whose life mattered more, an embryo whose mind was stranded in chaos, or a tangible being that had left laughters and stories in the world? Even humans themselves, whose perspectives naturally differed from this outlier, were often torn apart by this question. But worth?
值得。
No. Is this something that can be measured by worthiness? Her mind was far purer than a so-called form. After trying to calm down, tears uncontrollably flowed down her face, and emotional, stingy words came pouring out. Must I take away her future just to avoid my fate? I thought you were a poor soul who was cursed by an unjust fate. But you're not really sorry. You still think you're a god. Who are you to decide the fate of any life? No, I'm sorry.
抱歉。
She softened her tone. This woman, for all her flaws, would never hurt others unless it was necessary. I would trade my life for the child's. Judging by your reaction, this is the only way, isn't it?
换孩子的一面。从你的反应来看，事到如今，这也是唯一的办法，对吧？
I know if it weren't for you, my child would have probably died with me long ago. Everyone's been through so much recently, I can't bear to think what about to happen.
一桩桩，一件件，我甚至不敢细想。
I know those events were arranged by fate, and thus can be rejected or changed. I'll convince myself not to go deeper into them. But now, if there's an opportunity to change the situation, I want to seize it, so what I cherish can live in this world. Mr. Lin did not refute. How Alexandra treated her child, and how she treated Alexandra, was exactly the same from perspective. The stigma, you can awaken it. Surely you can put it to sleep again. Do you know what you're talking about? Of course. If my body gradually recovers thanks to it, I won't be so lucky after this, right? It'll be back to not finding any medicine. After pushing countless lives to death with her own hands, she refused to let the only hope before her go. For her, for Mr. Lin, it was a driftwood for the drowning. She could not allow the other to take the path to death, even though she had bestowed death upon countless people. Alexandra Pavlovna Zaitchik. We see the world very differently, so I won't refute your ideas. Instead, I'll clarify your gains and losses in human terms. I admit I'm the cause of all the problems at hand, but at least on this occasion, your decision isn't responsible enough. Responsible? For a mother, giving life is the humblest beginning. I don't think you've taken what will happen next into account. Her father died, and you don't value your life. What will that child offend if she's all alone? Maybe you haven't given the world outside much thought. Ubiquitous Honkai, unpredictable people. Do you have any idea what will become of her? I don't want to make cruel assumptions, but the truth is this world isn't nice. She could end up being a gang and be raised into a merciless killer, but just after doing one or two jobs, she'd be gunned down. Or she could be exposed to Honkai accidentally. She'd survive it, but the disability it inflicts will ruin her life. If the life you've given her is suffering, what will she think? You're right. Nobody wants to live to suffer. But maybe, when I can't go on, someone else will take her in as family. Or maybe after she grows up, she'll make several true friends. They will steer her in the right direction. If all goes well, she'll find her passion and turn them into her career. Mr. Lin, I know there's no point in arguing now, and nobody can predict her future. But it's still her future. Even if it's uncertain, it must have a meaning in its own. Yeah, as you said, I can't do more for her, and that's my fault. But how can I rob her of a future that she may have? Let's get started, Miss Lin. In any case, you didn't deny you can restore everything. If this drags on, I might actually regret it. Regret? Of course. Who do you take me for? An elder who's done living? I haven't done many things I want to do, nor owned many things I want to own. Nurseries where I can pick up flowers all year round. A trip to Machu Picchu halfway across the world. Diamond necklaces. A new dress every day. The list goes on. I'm not the type to lose hope in this world. I know its beauty, and I want to live, but Miss Lin, hurry up. If we let regrets multiply, we'll end up getting killed by regrets. I'm just like you. I find lifeless life worse than death. The conclusion made sense, but she still felt confused. Do you remember what you said to me when we first met? You can wait for an opportunity as long as you're alive. What made you think you can convince others of a moral you don't practice? That's the moral I gifted to you and this child, so I can't take it back. The conclusion still made sense, but she felt even more confused. Miss Lin. The others called her softly, pulling her back to reality. Let me tell you another story about Alexei.
五行相生，分时化育。去吧，希儿，去守护我们的热殿。小心烫伤！审判的时刻到了。之前的事。云上云下，岩上之光。不许你伤害希儿的朋友，和我一起战斗吧！是。之前的事。五行相生，分时化育。现在是审判的时刻到了，地剑，焚剑。安息吧，拥抱你的力量吧，希儿。小心烫伤！决战的时刻到了，心炎，拔剑。伺机而动。小心烫伤！决战的时刻到了，伺机而动。云上云下，岩上之光。小心！决战的时刻到了，之前的事。五行相生，分时化育。好的，和我一起战斗吧！是。之前的事。云上云下，岩上之光。不是。舰长要带希儿去哪儿？希儿，收到。希儿正在前往目的地。舰长要带希儿去哪儿？希儿，收到。舰长要带希儿去哪儿？不能再让姐姐受到任何伤害，感觉让我希望他们能帮到新亚特拉的大家。舰长要带希儿去哪儿？希儿，收到。外面的世界很危险，希儿会小心的。舰长要带希儿去哪儿？